I want you to ask you something. I want you to ask you a question, and I want you to notice what is happening in your body when I'm asking this question. What is happening emotionally, and what is happening physically? So, when was actually the last time that you really, really felt relaxed? Physically relaxed, emotionally relaxed, um, like truly relaxed, deeply, deeply relaxed. What comes when I'm asking this question? For a lot of people watching this, that question is very, very hard to answer. And that is not because you need a better holiday, or you need another well-being app, or you need a little bit of more yoga or more breathing exercise. The answer is very easy. This is because your nervous system was never taught what safety feels like. And that lesson, or the absence of it, began a very long time ago. So the reason you cannot relax is very simple, because your nervous system doesn't know how to. I want to talk today about hypervigilance. My name is Eva, and I am a somatic therapist and hypnotherapist who works with trauma, people who are burnout, or hypervigilant, or overthinkers, or they suffer with mother wound or father wound and many other phases of trauma. So, what actually hypervigilance is? Hypervigilance is something in trauma research that is very important to our body, but not many people who carry hypervigilant actually knows what this is about, and actually they have got it. So I'm going to describe it through a lot of symptoms that you can have, or how you are acting or reacting to certain situations. So let's imagine you walk into the room and you immediately scan it. You notice the body language of everyone else before you even consciously understand what they are talking about. You detect a shift in somebody's tone, a slight edge, or a pause that lasted for so long or too long, and something in your body responds before your mind actually has understood what is happening. So hypervigilance is all about being alerted. This is what hypervigilance is. It's constant alertness that is very tiring for your nervous system, because your nervous system has got not the switch off, did not learn how to switch off. Let's think about another situation. So you are at the meeting and everything is fine, but you are watching the door. You are watching the windows consciously. You don't need to look at it, but it's the awareness that something may happen in a minute. You are in bed and the house is very quiet, you are very relaxed, but some part of you is still listening. Some part of you is still listening the noises in the house. You are having a very good day. Nothing is wrong. And yet in your body, in your energy, there is this low persistent hum of readiness underneath everything. So what actually is happening? The hum, the alertness, the waiting that something is going to drop is actually not anxiety. That hum is a nervous system that learned from a very, very early age, from your childhood, that the world is not consistently safe, and it has been watching ever since. So your nervous system has been on constantly from your childhood. In neuroscience terms, what is happening is the part of your brain that is in relationship to protecting you. So it's your threat detection center. is running a higher baseline activation that it should, so it's constantly alerted. So with people who do not have hypervigilance, they don't behave like that. It is not, nothing is broken in you. It is doing exactly what it was trained to do. The question is, who trained it? Who trained this part of your body, or what trained the part of your body to behave in this way? So let's look at your childhood. Let's look at the childhood. So in an environment that is usually very unsafe, whether you are coming from abusive relationships with your parents were abusive physically, emotionally, or they were emotionally or physically abusive towards one another or anybody else, and you experience this and you observe that, your nervous system does something very extraordinary that is super intelligent. So it heightens its threat. It starts reading every micro signal, the tone of footsteps on the stairs, the specific quality of silence before a difficult conversation, the way your parent changes the face, the way the parent acts out of sorts suddenly, so you read the body language very well. When something goes wrong, you are super alerted, or you are waiting for something to go wrong. This child that comes from a very unpredictable and unsafe environment becomes super and extraordinary attuned to other people. So this person, a boy or a girl, they know that what you need, what the parent need, they know it before the parent asks. They feel the atmosphere in the room the moment somebody enters. Um, so those children sometimes are described as super empathic, they are super sensitive, they are super perceptive. They could be a psychic children. This is what other people, as if they are mind readers. But actually, what no one is looking and understanding is this child is paying a very, very high cost of hypervigilance in the body. The child is not sensitive because this child, now adult, was born that way. This person is sensitive to environment outside because sensitivity was the only way to survive. So now let's look at this child that is an adult. So this child grows up and the threat is gone. The child left the house, doesn't live there anymore. But what's happening, the nervous system did not receive the upgrade. The nervous system did not receive the information that I am not 7 years old or 5 years old or 3 years old, and I do not experience or do not observe abuse at any sort in my environment, in my life now. So because the nervous system has not been updated, which means healed, your nervous system still believes that you are still a little child. And that's why adults bring hypervigilance to adulthood from childhood, because the healing has not happened in emotional and cellular memory of the body. Because it's not only your brain that remembers the event, the most important is that emotion that created this event was such a drastic, dramatic emotion to the nervous system that a child panicked and trauma happened. Here is what actually hypervigilance looks like in adult life. And I want you to stay with each of those things I'm going to say and see whether I'm talking to you. You overthink other people's reactions, you replay conversations, you are massively aware of when people seem off or not. So you sense it, you even don't understand it. And you spend a very long time and a lot of energy trying to understand why people are like that. And actually, what is the most important, you want all the time to fix it, to fix them, or you want to fix the situation. Then when it comes to rest is very unsafe, and that is a very significant symptom of hypervigilance. So the trauma that you carry in your life, even when you are physically exhausted, your body just wants to crash to bed and just go to sleep. The moment you stop, your mind activates and you start to overthink, or your mind, uh, you go through the sleep that is very light, and a possible sound wakes you up. Uh, or before you fall asleep, it takes very, very long time for you to do that. So you use a lot of calming strategies like water sounds, or a special light, or noise, whatever you want to distract your mind from, to actually fall asleep. Then your body holds the tension all the time. So you go through very tight shoulders, and you might have the back, the pain in the upper back, or you can have problems with your shoulders, with your arms. Then your jaw is really, really tight because you are constantly on alert. You wake up a lot with like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you cannot go to sleep. You believe that somebody is in the house, that there are some noises, because your survival brain does not believe it is allowed to go fully offline, to switch off. So what your body is doing all the time through all the things that I have said is protecting you. So your body holds the tension because the tension is programmed in your body. The tension is already programmed in your cellular memory from the past, from your childhood. So what I have said, it's not the personality trait. They are not personal failings. They are the body speaking a very specific language, the language of a nervous system that has been on watch for many, many years and has never been given permission to actually switch off and stand down. So your body is constantly, constantly protecting you from being attacked or from trauma that you experience in your childhood. So here's what a lot of people try, and it's, for some people works, most people do not work. Looking at my clients, looking at myself as well, being hypervigilant in the past. So people try to manage their thoughts. They journal. They logically think about it. It's not logic. What I believe is right, right? Nothing. I am on my own at the house, or my wife or my husband next to me. Nothing is wrong. They tell themselves there is nothing to worry about, and uh, whatever they do, nothing actually works. Why is that? Because the hypervigilance is not stored in your thinking mind, as usually the doctors will tell you. So it is stored in the nervous system, and it is stored in the body's cellular and emotional memory. And the emotion is here the biggest issue, because it is emotion that needs to be healed before you are going to logically think about it. So healing hypervigilance means working directly with the body on the body's safety. Your body does not feel safe. That's why constantly is keeping you up, or constantly making you being alert, constantly jumping with a little noise or whatever you are doing. This is your body's language saying, you have to bring safety to my life. So what you need a lot of somatic work. It means that helping your nervous system have new experiences than the one that it remembers from your childhood. Not the new thoughts, not the new journaling, not I don't know, running or making yourself distracted with other things, But actually, you need to teach your body that you are in safe environment, even though you live in different house now, even though you might live in different country, different area of your country, different part of your country. Your body doesn't understand that. Your energy does not understand that. So you need to allow your body to guard, to lower the guard, to gradually, very gradually, um, your body needs to receive the message that you are not a child anymore and the threat has gone. So this is what I work usually with my practice, and how I do it with my somatic work. I use the guided meditation, which are completely different to meditation that are available. What they do, they actually tackle the emotional and cellular memory. Because through the years of practice and working on myself as well for many years, I have noticed that actually your trauma does not live in your brain. This is what we are taught, that you can go to talking therapists and you can talk about it and everything will be fine. Nothing like that is going to heal you. Meditation is actually uh, the only tool that is there that will tackle the emotional body and that will tackle your brain. So there is no other tool on the market. I tried yoga, I tried breath work, I try a lot of things. So I have learned that actually I was not born actually to brace all the time. I was not born to be hypervigilant. This is something that has happened to me, and through years of practice with my clients and practice with myself, I have come up with special strategies why meditation is important, but why meditation that speaks to cellular and emotional memory is the most important. It's not the meditation to connect with spirit guides or something like that. It has nothing to do with. I do the meditation. If you want to heal yourself, you have to really, really talk to your emotional body. This is the only way that you are going to actually heal yourself. Hypnotherapy is also one of them, but hypnotherapy for people who are very deeply traumatized and when the body does not feel safe can actually be quite harming. So as a hypnotherapist myself, I even don't use hypnotherapy on many clients. I first use somatic work and I work with a lot of meditations and making the body safe. So if you want to, if that all resonates to what I said and you recognize yourself in what I said, I have prepared a special quiz that is telling you what type of, whether you are hypervigilant or what other types also run your nervous system. So the link is there in the comment section, and what I will see you next week. Bye bye.